Good morning, Kasturians, and welcome to video 3 of chapter Framing the Constitution. In this video, we will see the various issues and the debates conducted by the members of the Constituent Assembly. So let's start. On 13th of December 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru introduced the Objectives Resolution, in which it was claimed that India will be an independent sovereign republic. This was guaranteed to the citizens the justice, equality, freedom, and adequate safeguards for minorities were also assured in this objectives resolution. Apart from minorities, the backward and tribal areas and tribal classes, the depressed and backward classes, they were also promised to be taken care of. The objective resolution was actually an outline of the ideals of constitution, and it provided the framework for constitution making. The American and French constitution were also referred by Nehru, and the events that were associated with the making of these constitutions. He said that we are not just going to copy their. Instead, he said it is an important idea and it is important to learn from these so mistakes can be avoided. Nehru said the system of government to be established in India has to fit in within the temper of our people and should not be acceptable to them. The main objective of the Indian constitution would be to fuse the liberal ideas of democracy with socialist idea of economic justice and readapt and rework on all these ideas within the Indian contexts. But since every section of society contributed towards the freedom struggle, so the aspirations of different people were different. Like Mr. Somnath Lahiri, who was a communist member, he said that the Indians need to be free from British influences. And this statement was passed in the context that the Britishers were still present in India at the time when the Constituent Assembly was appointed. Mr. Lahiri further said that Constituent Assembly was British made and was working with the British plan. To this, Nehru retaliated and he said in his response that it is true. The British government played a role in Assembly's birth and attached conditions to the functions of Assembly, but he also said that we have met because of the strength of the people behind us, and we shall go as far as people wish to go along with us. He believed that members of the assembly were elected by provincial legislature and provincial legislature is elected by the Indian people. So here we represent our countrymen, not the British. The Constituent Assembly was expected to express the aspirations of people, democracy, equality, and justice being the main ideals that the people of India aspire for. The next issue was the rights of the people. The way the rights should be given and the way the rights should be defined. So this way of defining the rights of people was quite different. Different demands were made within the different groups of people. These demands, ideas, opinions were debated discussed and conflicting ideas were reconciled, and then consensus was made to work on collective decision. But the major issue was the issue of separate electorate. As we know, this system of separate electorate was introduced in the Monte Merlo reforms, which were brought to India or imposed on India in the year 1909. So an intense debate took place in the assembly on the issue of separate electorate. Mr. R. Poker Bahadur from Madras, he gave a powerful presentation to continue with the system of separate electorate. In his presentation, he said, these electorates will help in giving the minorities the representation in the political system and governance of the country. But the needs of the Muslims could not be understood by non-Muslim leaders. So he further said, to this, many of the nationalist leaders, they saw separate electorate system as a tool to divide people on the basis of religion, and they also believed that this idea was finally culminated to the partition of the country. Therefore, many of the nationalist leaders, they opposed it and they were against it. To this idea, Sardar Patel strongly declared that separate electorate was a poison that has entered the body of polity of our country, and it has turned one community to stand against other, causing bloodshed and riots. So, to maintain peace, this system of separate electorate should be removed. To this, Mr. G.B. Pant in a debate said that separate electorate is not only harmful for nation but also for minorities. He said the minority community had an obligation to try and understand the problem of minorities and empathize with them and their aspirations. The demand for separate electorate will permanently isolate the minorities and will make them vulnerable, and in addition of it, it will deprive the minorities of any effective stay within the government. All these arguments against a separate electorate was based on the unity of nation, where every individual is a citizen of India and each group had to be assimilated within the nation. The Constituent Assembly decided that the Constitution will grant equal rights and citizenship, and in return the citizens had to offer their loyalty to the state. The communities could be recognized as cultural entities, and politically the members of all the communities are equal to the members of the state. And by 1949, most of the Muslim members of the Constituent Assembly were agreed against separate electorates and removed it. The Muslims, they needed to take an active part in the democratic process to ensure that they had a decisive voice in the political system. Thank you. That's all we have in this video. Thank you and have a nice day.